This is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and this is a review of Dolittle. I've actually seen it. So the silly track chimera story that ties into this is supposed to take place yesterday and today. At the very end of that episode, takes place during. You've seen it. So it's pretty funny. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a score of about 17. Except for the talking critters, the story is kind of bad. It's an odd movie. The premise is that Dolittle had a wife who died, and that he left the journal at this weird island, kind of like a Caribbean island, but it's not. And he's got to go get it because the father has it. The queen is dying, so they send the queen's daughter or something. They weren't quite clear on that. I guess he's the daughter, or handmaiden, or to come and get Dolittle. But he's at the same time there is to rescue the queen. At the same time, there is a kid with his uncles that doesn't want to shoot the ducks and lets them go when he accidentally shoots a squirrel. Freaks out, and he sort of ends up at Dolittle's encampment thing, looking to save the squirrel. The squirrel talks in jive talk. I'm assuming that I don't know whether he's a famous rapper or something. Maybe he is. I don't know. Or somebody imitating one. I didn't check. The kids appear to be new actors. They might have been in something else, but I don't know. Maybe Stranger Things, probably. Game of Thrones or something. But yeah, the boy goes somehow through circumstance, ends up his apprentice, and inadvertently they go to the queen. They find out the queen is being poisoned by the duke and the bad guy, but then they don't address that till later. They send him, Dolittle, on a quest to go to find the cure at the Eden Tree, the secret island only the wife knows about. It's very convoluted, as it's like Hemlock or something. For some reason her fate is moons away, so they know that it's during an eclipse or something. I don't know how that works, but okay. I don't know if we should start that over again or not. I think there's enough of it in there. All right, so we have Dolittle. We have the premise being that they're going to have to save the queen before the eclipse. So we've got Dolittle and the boy going off on an adventure without telling the uncles anything. That he leaves the uncles. That's never followed up on at all. I guess they just decided that since the animals took him away, they would be okay with that. The giraffe and the bird and the other one, parakeet and all that stuff. A parrot and all that sort of stuff. It's like a kids movie. It's harmless. But oddly enough, I don't think it was a Disney movie. I think it was. I mean, he was in it, but I think it was. Yeah, I don't recall the Disney logo before that. If it was a subsidiary of Disney, like one of the other. They even referenced DreamWorks in it, which was weird. So yeah, I think Disney would be doing Dr. Dolittle, but no, I guess not. Dr. Dolittle. Saw the Eddie Murphy one, saw the '70s one years ago. Robert Downey Jr. is doing a really strange English accent. I'm not really sure what he's trying, Cockney, I guess, or something, but It's kind of distracting. The human characters aren't half as interesting as the animal characters. I can see why Amanda Rumsey from the church likes this, for the parts with the critters talking and stuff. That, you know. Anyway, so yeah, Bluetooth camera. The Dolittle guy. He goes into the animals. I can see why Amanda Rumsey liked the animal parts, but the people parts ain't so great. I wouldn't say that it's like deserves all the ire it does, even on Stone Gremlins. Though it's not. I mean, it's not really 14 or 17% or whatever it is. I don't know why the critics hated it that much. I mean, you just say that it's all right. It would have been a Netflix or TV movie, even a TBS movie, something like that. The CG is not that great. It's okay. It's adequate. The movie's adequate. Okay. I would say it's yeah. They go on this sea voyage and they go to the island. The bad guy's chasing them down. The bad guy, I guess, they get to the island. They discover that the guy that has the journal is actually the father of the lady who died, the Dolittle's wife, allegedly. But he's evil, or sort of evil, sort of an antagonist. He locks him up. So we have that Dolittle going to the island, meeting the guy. The guy tries to feed him to the tiger because he didn't like him. Because father-in-law, you know, whatever, like him. The gorilla, there's a gorilla in it. Played chess with him earlier. The gorilla, he's afraid of things. They do the whole Wizard of Oz thing and give him a pep talk, so he actually has courage later on. They do that. The goose is afraid too, and there's other ones. They're and the little squirrel that got shot, he got healed earlier by the doctor. He thinks he's going to be killed, and he keeps doing captain's logs. So clearly there is a Pine Hill and / Star Trek element here that would also appeal to Mark's Cards. But yeah, I don't know if Mark's Cards has seen Dolittle. It's about half of a good movie. It's yeah, I'm going to give it 50%. There's some good ideas in there. The Stone Gremlins people really didn't like it, but I think they gave it a 30% roughly. But they gave it a little higher than the other one. I would say 50%. It's about halfway there. In the Silly Trek episode that addresses this running gag that I didn't go to see Dolittle, now that I've seen it, and I call it Do Nothing in the parody. Now that I've seen it, now that the character of Hazel in the story has seen it, does he get the girl at the end? We'll find out. You'll have to read the story. But yeah, so they have to go to the lair thing, and they find a dragon. They make it look like the bad guy got totally killed at one point when they go to the secret island where the tree of life is, Eden tree is. They don't see it in the cave right away, and because it's hidden. There's treasure in there and stuff, and then we come to the dragon being wounded, and the doctor heals her. It turns out that the dragon had bowel obstructions. At this point, the movie becomes unnecessarily gross for no apparent reason, which is why you get half of a good movie out of it. I don't think Amanda liked this part at all. But yeah, he was pulling stuff out of her butt. Didn't show it, but what? Like something out of Austin Powers or something? Pulls like a bone and other things and whatever. They don't show what he's doing, but he's like pulling these objects out of her. It's clearly up her butt, and stupid. And then the bagpipes is at the very end. Like okay, now he's covered in dragon scat. I guess like this is supposed to be a kids movie, but it's turned into a weird Freudian German thing at the end. That just like what? Mark's Cards might also like that. But yeah, why did it have to turn into like yeah? And the dragon thanks them and gives them the key to the tree. They can go get the tree, and then they can bring the antidote home. And the full moon is there, and they're gonna. Spoilers. It's been out for a while. He left the stick insect behind so it could spy on them, even though everybody else knew stuff. And there's even an octopus that said "snitches get stitches," which is a stupid expression. Yeah, no, snitches actually get away with it because no, that's dumb. That expression doesn't make any sense. It's like, oh yeah, they mean the bullies get you. That's stupid. It's like, no, snitches don't get stitches. No, snitches save the day because they're tattles. They save the day. Yeah. But yes, but I guess it's a thinly veiled riff on the presidential aristocracy at the time. I'm sure the people that don't like SJW stuff were all woke by this, pissed off. No, it's making an allegory about. Not really, unless somehow the Duke guy was an evil poisoner dude, and the other guy was his henchman. Yeah, I don't know who would be the anagram for Trump in that. Nobody really. Are they saying that Doolittle's Obama? Because that doesn't make sense either. I don't think he talks to animals. But yeah, if you read it literally, it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, there's nothing in this that. The trailer is kind of misleading because it doesn't really tell you anything about what's going on, which is something, but at least it didn't give away the ending. It doesn't tell you anything about it, really. Yeah, it's Queen, sure. Yeah, there isn't much more to say about Dolittle except that it works and partly. It's just that part with the pulling bowel obstruction out, but not showing the actual bowels or anything. It's like, what? Okay, yeah, that's not in the book. Or in the original. So he goes, ew, gross. Yeah, except for that. But yeah, yeah, that was the only thing that brought it down a few pegs. If they hadn't really done that, if they just stuck with, okay, the animals are clever and snarky to each other and help each other out to solve a quest, that would be fine. I thought maybe they'd ride in on the dragon, a la Lord of the Rings or something, but they didn't do that. That would have been cool, actually, if they'd done that. I didn't think of that. So yeah, it's a guardian of the tree or whatever that they wouldn't know about where they were and stuff. Anyway, Robert Downey Jr. in that accent, I don't know. At least the kids didn't have as wooden a performance as the kids from Dumbo, the remake. Yeah. Oh, they just didn't give them good lines. They're good actors. They just didn't. Dumbo, they just didn't know what they were doing. Oh, and there was somebody made a long. I'm gonna. There was a yeah. I think I'll actually make a separate video on that. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is done. Dr. Dolittle, 50%, 2.5 stars. Yeah, that's how the Dolittle remake.